Hey, hello, live chatters and mad hatters. V8 spicy hot. This is Douglas George Bloch. It is now August 6th as he drops his water, 2022. No, it's the 7th. What am I talking about? Can you believe how fast this year is going? Unbelievable. Well, we're in our third heat wave in Portland, Oregon. Welcome, global warming. And you are here at the 273rd consecutive Sunday morning live video chat with Pastor Doug. And it is, once again, the Depression Recovery Radio Hour, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety in a group and a circle where you guys not only get to ask me all the questions you want about mental health recovery. I should know. I've been depressed about 10 times in my life with a couple of hospitalizations in to boot. And you get to support each other. Kevin Wilson, Ishmael Garley, Ann C., Jennifer Miranda, Ian Kirkpatrick, and T-Mac on 192. And there you are. Hot day in Oklahoma? Yeah, well, what about Portland at 100 degrees, huh? It is our fourth 100-degree day. It is we've already had 17 degrees over 90. This never happened in New York when I was growing up. That certainly never happened in Oregon. Hey, Michelle, nice to hear from you. LS16, Jacob. What do you think about Xanax for anxiety? Well, it's one of the most prescribed medications on the planet for anxiety, like Klonopin, like Adhd. Well, for short-term use, it does the trick. I used Klonopin, every other day for about 18 months, and when I had a horrible anxiety, agitated depression. So I think it has its place. I'm sure your prescriber gave it to you for a reason, not for long-term use. A lifesaver for you? Absolutely. Klonopin was a lifesaver for me. People say, oh, medications suck. There is a time for them. Dow Chemical in the 1950s said, better living through chemistry. And they weren't talking about psychiatric drugs because they weren't really around back then, but it's absolutely true. Hey, Susan Jones from Virginia. Is the homeless problem getting worse in Portland? It has been getting worse. There are homeless camps all over, just in the middle of like broad daylight. It's really sad. But I think they created a new department here, the city council did, to really try to address the change. Eerie Poplars, haven't heard from you. Hi, Douglas. Any tips when you wake up anxious and can't back to sleep? Oh, yeah. You are preaching to the choir, my friend. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a saint like me. Remember Saint. Yeah, I actually have a video called What If It's 4 a.m. and You Can't Get Back to Sleep. I talk about the same thing. 102 in Southern California, you beat us by 2 degrees. Portland looks like a nightmare. Well, you're not offending me. I'm what can I tell you? I agree with you. Anyway, so Erie, you go ahead and you take some deep breaths, count backwards from 100 to 1 while watching sheep go over a stream. That's what I do. Also, sometimes I take up Klonopin and pop it in my mouth. That gets me back to sleep. But I did a video, and 24 people. By the way, we're going to hit 70 today. You guys are going to be really nice and smash that like button. The views on this channel continue to plummet like a lead stone in water. I can't understand it. But we're from 12,000 down to 2,000 every 24 hours. If linear algebra is correct, the channel might evaporate in about 3 years. But you're not going to let that happen. Called, what if it's 4 a.m. and you can't get back to sleep? Question mark. Oh. Okay, so there's my video. What if it's 4 a.m. you can't back to sleep? Look at some nice techniques I have there. Very helpful. All right, so we're kind of stuck here. Why is the computer stuck? There we are. Enjoyed my collaboration with Noah. Yes, boys and girls. Noah and I did a video that we put up yesterday called Finding Meaning and Purpose, or Purpose and Meaning. Very nice. I did a Flashback Friday video called 3 Steps Overcoming Worry, a big problem for all of us. And Noah and I have done another video on relapse prevention that hopefully will be coming out next week or two. He's very busy, so it's hard to get him to edit things. I'm curing everybody? I don't really think so. Well, I wish, right? Again, I'm going to mention there are 2 documentaries on mental illness. One is on PBS called Hiding in Plain Sight, my favorite, about young people, and the other is the Oprah Winfrey Prince Harry documentary on Apple Plus TV called The Me You Can't See, and they both talk about stigma. Wow. Banning California has housing for homeless? Wow. Electricity with central restrooms and laundry. I hope it's successful. Well, that's really nice of them. All channels have their ups and downs. YouTube algorithm is fake. All it takes is one video and you're back to where you were. Nope. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. This has been going on consistently. I keep track every day, and I'm a mathematician. No, I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think it's telling me to get back to work on my suicide prevention book called When It Hurts Too Much to Live. Oh, TRT. That's what Noah did. Yeah, testosterone replacement surgery. Oh, your favorite Uncle Hubert. Of course you're back in. You're one of the regulars. Erie Poplars, you're welcome. And what was the question I answered? Oh, Jesus blessing me? Hey, I'll take that. Erie Poplars. Oh, yeah. Look at that video. That will be helpful. And don't immediately eliminate medications. Talk to your doctor. You know, a lot of controversy, but I take a look. Better to get sleep and to be dependent on something. Now, of course, trazodone, amitriptyline, and Remeron are 3 antidepressants that are not habit-forming that are all used for sleep. So there's a lot of different things you can do. All right. It is 12:13. Today is the 7th of August, 2022. This is the Depression Recovery Video Hour with Pastor Doug, a.k.a. Douglas Bloch, and we are here to answer your questions about mental health recovery. And you guys can do me a favor 2 ways. You can smash that like button, and if you hit the little super chat button below, you can donate as little as $1, and you'll go right to the head of the class, and your question will be up for everybody to see. I don't know if you can do it on an iPhone, let me know, but it's very simple. Or if you want to contribute some money to keep this channel going, simply use PayPal, and the way to send something to me is just to send it to my email through PayPal, and it'll get there. Just make sure you say send to friends and family. I'm typing my email address, although I might change it because I get so much unsolicited mail from people asking for money. There it is, right there. DouglasBlog@gmail.com. I named my new cat Xanax because she cures my anxiety. Well, that's cool. We're trying to get a new cat to replace Bruce. Maybe we'll call her Klonopin. Where do you get dad jokes? Are there admissions going? I'm not quite sure. Dad jokes, you just go type in dad jokes on the internet. There's like thousands and thousands and thousands. Who can tell a dad joke right now, by the way? I need one. Did you hear about the new restaurant on the Room? The food is great, but it has no atmosphere. And why did the Scarecrow become a successful neurosurgeon after he retired? You know, the Wizard of Oz Scarecrow? Well, he was outstanding in his field. There's 2 right there. Hey, Chris Rest from Germany, Sunflower Girl, I love you. I was going to ask Bloch's next super chat casting going. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, super cat casting, I see. I was going to go out and look for a new cat at the Humane Society. It's 100 degrees. No, thank you. T-Mac0192 liked those 2 jokes. Excellent. Eating my blueberries for breakfast. I got up really late today. I've been having sleep problems. I tried Doxepin first. That didn't work. I tried Trazodone. That didn't work. I tried Tylenol PM last night. That was the worst. All right, Johnny Guitar. It's a little off color, but I think it's funny. What do you call a pharaoh's ass, right? A little off color, but it was a very, very acute pun. Sunflower says, I'm recovering COVID. It's, we've got 40 views right now. Wow, a bit of an uptick. Keep hitting that like button. Yes, who here has gotten COVID? Not I, but a number of my friends went down to the World Track Meet in Eugene, Oregon, with 200,000 people came to Lane County. They all got COVID. One of them is still not over it, and the symptoms are really difficult. Sunflower Girl, I'm sure you're young enough that your immune system will finally win out, but it's tough. That's a great name for your kitty. I named mine Houdini because he magically appeared on my porch 2 days after Christmas, made my sadness disappear. Wow. You guys, thumbs up. I've been getting after Joan for months saying, are we ready to have a new cat? Are we ready to have a new cat? And she wasn't feeling well emotionally in the garden last night, looking at the flowers after the heat and the vegetables. And I said, are we ready for a cat yet? And finally she said yes. Your first time getting COVID? Yeah, well, I haven't ever had it, so I hope it stays that way. I think the scarecrow is the first joke you've ever told. Are you kidding me? I tell them every week. EPAT, hey, nice to see you. Just completed ketamine treatments. They were excellent, and the people were amazing, but did not achieve lasting results since I had to come home, endure the same abuse as always. Well, you're not going to be able to take care of situational depression with that, unfortunately. I don't know how you're going to work on that. Maybe you can see a counselor. It sucks, yeah. You became a patron? I hope it's spreading the word. Well, I'll have to look it up. Thank you. What do you call a bulletproof Irishman? Rick O'Shea. Jared, you always come up with great jokes. Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of that. Where do you get them, Jared? They're really great. Rick O'Shea. Really, Jared, you are to be commended. Frenchie the Fox, yeah. So, I talked about my garden. Didn't I just mention it? We have something called Oregon Spring. Look at that tomato. Is that iconic or not? Look at that thing. I just picked 4 of them yesterday and ate them. You have never had a tomato this good anywhere in any store. Right off the vine. Oregon Spring, guys. One of the reasons to live in Oregon. I mean, doesn't that look I'm sorry, one more time. Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? They're popped right up. Unbelievable. I want to comment about that tomato. That tomato would get an A+ if you put it in the show. Hey, where do you get the Sunflower Girl? I need to know how to use emojis. Anyway, hey, 1219, still looking for our first donation. Wow, it's 33% of the video chat is over. Creative What Animals Are Godsend for Depression and Anxiety. Yes, I do have a wonderful video called Your Pet Can Keep You Here. I haven't caught COVID, says Lazy Wrench, but May 2021 I had a bacterial meningitis, which can be deadly for immunocompromised folks. Glad I wore masks and gloves to protect others, even before I knew what I had. A clown held a door open to me. That was such a nice gesture. Or jester in this case, right. Very, very cool. Excellent. So, what do you think of that tomato, guys? Amazing, huh? So, what do you think about diet and depression? And of course, I'm absent-minded. I can't find what I did in my water. Going once. Going twice, 3 times. Hey, Joan. Must have left it over in the kitchen. Douglas, I meant that was the first joke you have ever told. Oh yeah, on the live stream, the scarecrow joke. Yeah, that was the first joke I ever told on the live stream. Right, I got it. Where do you take someone injured in a peekaboo? Yeah, accident, ICU. Yeah, that was forced. All right. So, did you guys see my video yesterday? Finding Meaning and Purpose with Noah Thomas, an amazingly talented, spontaneous 35-year-old. Been a mentor to me on YouTube since 2012, and I've been a mentor to him on depression since 2011. Ebat, sometimes I feel resentful towards my pets because they're the one reason I have to stay in a horrible situation and endure the depression and anxiety. What type of situation are you in? Are you in an apartment or a home with domestic abuse? If so, you should try to reach out for help and get counseling or change your circumstances. But I'm sorry you're in this compromised situation. So, my new ebook is coming out. It's based on this website I created for the last 3 years called Overcoming Suicidal Pain. You see it right there? Yeah. It's an amazing website. I've spent really my whole life researching it, especially since 2018. Everything you want to know about, how to deal with suicidal symptoms, how to reach out for support, techniques to bear the pain. What is the link for support group? WhatsApp? I'm not quite sure, Eric. If someone here might give it to you, or you could contact Padar Shields, and I can give you his email address. Clomipramine. Yes, I have heard of it. I'm not quite sure what the trade name is. So have heard it. I'm not quite sure what it's for. What are good foods to help with depression and anxiety, please? Well, omega-3 fatty acids. Flax seeds, walnuts, fish oil made of algae, those are excellent. Anything with protein in it for amino acids, and of course, fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds. You want to stay away from trans fats and all the junk that they talk about in physical health. It's amazing, Douglas, that website is so helpful. You're saving so many lives. Well, thank you. I've been very disappointed that it got up to a slow start in 2020, but it looks like more people are going. That's overcomingsuicidalpain.com. Oh, well, your tomato plant was eaten by your goats? That's too bad. Eric, you sent me an email? Well, what was it about? Okay, so I'm going to put the website down to 36. Come on, guys, let's get back up to 40. HTTPS overcoming and there you are. That's the website that is saving lives according to Sunflower Girl. Support groups, and thanking you, Noah, for the work you do. I did support groups until 2019. Took a break to work on my book. What's the difference between Hippo and Zippo? One is really heavy and the other is a little lighter. Yep. You have to know what a Zippo is. UC49, that's great. Squirrel Slayer. Hey, come on. Squirrels are nice. If you're feeling bad, get into the routine of exercising regularly. Duh. Yeah. Yes. Exercise has been my go-to antidepressant for ages. Hey, Reef, nice to see you back again. Last year I talked about the evil eye, and I meant superstition. Hey, Joni, can you bring some water? I had that little, wait a minute. I just showed them the bottle of V8 juice. Do you see anywhere here? It's a spicy V8. I must have put it somewhere, my friend.
You just want some water?
Yeah, but I had it right in my hand. Oh, well, Joan's here to save the day. Okay, the evil eye, and I meant superstition, not superstation, and witchcraft, and leading some children to have mental illness. Well, the evil eye and superstition doesn't sound good to me, does it? Yeah, anything negative can, lead people to having problems in the old head, and of course, emotional pain is just as bad, if not worse, than physical pain. Thank you. I don't know what happened to that VHS. It was right here. When you're absent-minded, boys and girls, it's weird how just a little gremlin comes and just follows you and takes things. All right, Lazy Ranch. Ravens built a nest under my solar panels 2 months ago. Saw the babies learn to fly yesterday to the top of the panels, back to the roof. So cute. You're so lucky, Lazy Ranch. You get to see all these. You should take videos of these animals and put them on YouTube. People would really, really like that. So, my new book on suicide prevention, one title is called When It Hurts. I love this title. It really shows what happens when people become suicidal. And I stole it from an article that someone wrote. But it's such a great title. And the other title, which is more directed, the point is, are you having thoughts? It just doesn't seem quite as poetic. Okay, I'd like to have a little bit of a vote here. Which title do you like better for a book on preventing suicide? When It Hurts Too Much to Live, or Are You Having Thoughts of Suicide? I like a vote here because I'm trying to figure out what to call it, but not done yet. You think it fell to the floor? Well, maybe. Knowing me, it probably did. Well, I'll look for it later. Joan got me some new water. What do you like about When It Hurts Too Much to Live? Great title, so appropriate. Sunflower Girl, what is it about the first title? I like it the best also. When It Hurts Too Much to Live, because that's the reason why most people do it eventually. Okay. All this texting is garbage anyway. I'm sorry to hear that. If you need friends, I would say that take a class in something you're interested in, go to a support group, go to a runner's club. That's how one of my friends did it. All right, it's unanimous. Do a poll on YouTube. I don't know how you do a poll. Favorite Uncle Hubert, you'll have to tell me. How does one do a poll on YouTube? I tried to get a video, but they are camera shy. I need a fixed outdoor camera, but I can't afford one yet. Robert Jenkins, you are the first donator, 28 minutes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The patron saint of YouTube. Robert Jenkins, I think it was in the fall of God, life goes by so quickly. 2020, you were really suffering, struggling in and out of the hospital, and you've been doing well, for a year and a half? I'm doing fantastic. My wife and I recently brought a new home and loving it. I got no rumination at all. Depression is there, but on the back burner. Well, send us pictures of your new home. That's great. And you live somewhere in Virginia, somewhere on the East Coast, if I recall? Robert Jenkins is someone who is really a testament why you should never give up. All right. Thank you, guys. That's really... now, what about a subtitle? So you tell me which subtitle you like better. This is very helpful, by the way. And continue to ask your questions. So Robert, thumbs up to you. You are just a testament of mental health recovery. Really, you should all give Robert Jenkins a clap. Okay, so the first title is a survival guide. Whoops, someone is calling. My best friend. Hey Tart, I'm exactly 30 minutes into my live chart, which for the mentals, it's done at 1 o'clock.
At that point, I'll be driving to the Cape Lookout show with Kathy and Aaron. Assuming we have coverage, we could talk. Otherwise,
right.
Later.
Phineas is coming home today. He's not doing well, so call me later on.
I talked to him extensively. I talked to Theo, who's with him 24/7. Anyway.
All right.
Later.
Well, bye-bye. There you have it. That was my friend from the coast. Okay, I'm hanging in there. Select the call from the new tab, then add a poll. Now you can add the poll questions and have up to 5 options. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a photo of that so I can. You can always go ahead and you can text it. You can go ahead and you can. Why don't you send that to me, Uncle Hubert? You know my email address. Send me those directions. Yeah. Okay. So here's my subtitle before I got my call from my friend. What's going on? Robert Jenkins. Never give up, no matter how hard it is. Absolutely, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. Okay. So first subtitle is a survival guide to overcoming. Okay, that's the first subtitle. And the second subtitle is Coping Strategies for Overcoming Suicidal Pain. So they're very similar. One is called a Survival Guide for Overcoming Suicidal Pain, and the other is called Coping Strategies for Overcoming Suicidal Pain. Very similar, but I like to still get a vote on which subtitle you want. Thank you for the When It Hurts Too Much to Live. $2, Robles 551. Can antidepressants help with ADHD? I don't know. ADHD medication can help with depressants. I know that my godson went on Adderall. It seems to really give him a mood boost. The other day around, you'd have to talk with a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner. When it hurts too much to live could be misconstrued. That is, it could hold an element of not living being the solution because people encouraging. That's right. But then look at the subtitle, Robles. It says survival coping strategies for overcoming suicidal pain, or a survival guide. So the subtitle shows that the book is about addressing, overcoming, overcoming that pain and learning to live again. But Jane, that's a very, very good point. But look at the subtitle, the coping strategies title. Yeah, the whole point of the book is that when your pain is heavier, you think of it scales, right? When the pain is heavier than coping strategies, then you start to feel like you want to end it all. But if you can tip the scale like this, and your coping strategies can be more powerful than the pain, then you can choose to live. I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Where are you getting these things, Hubert? Well, Jane, yeah, you didn't see the subtitle because I only put it on recently, but which one do you like it? Which one do you like better, Coping Strategies or Survival Guide? I'm getting some really good dad jokes, and I'm going to take photos of them and copy them down. Some of these are really good. I can use them on my upcoming videos. Yes, it was well done. A thief stole a calendar and he got 12 months. Same idea, right? A thief stole a calendar and got 12 months. All right, 2 donations, 1 for 10, 1 for 2. We usually get about 50, so we're about 25% there. And again, hit that like button. We can get the likes up. And again, I want to know what is the preference for your subtitle, either Coping Strategies for Overcoming Suicidal Pain or a Survival Guide. Natalie Anderson, I've been at my worst the past year, and now I just found out my partner of 23 years has cheated on me. Oh my God. Horrible. No pill for that. No. Just time and grief. So the title, When It Hurts Too Much to Live, is a winner. But Jane was absolutely right. Without the subtitle, it may seem that you're promoting the idea of ending it all. So Jane, extremely, good noticing or perceptive, very perceptive comment there. Without the subtitle, you can misconstrue the title, but the subtitle explains it all. Sometimes, the title oftentimes explains the pain, and the subtitle, the cure of the pain. So I don't know. Someone give me an example of a book where the pain, it's called The Pain and the Promise. I like that. Don't you guys? The Pain and the Promise, right? Okay, like, are you overweight? Here's a new diet plan that will, take off 10 pounds in 10 years. A pound a year, can't beat that. Okay, so that's, the title is The Pain, the subtitle is The Promise. Thank you again for pointing that out, Jane. A nasty one, yes, but you know how it is with heartbreak. No better ender than sitting out and letting go. Yep, time heals all wounds. Now, Landis, I'm so sorry. The kind of betrayal is hard to cope with. It is a betrayal. Thank you. That is the word. The person that you thought you could trust proved otherwise. Oh, very well stated, Lazy Eye Ranch. I know, betrayal. Having an affair, for me, the bad thing about having an affair is not the affair itself. I mean, that's bad enough, but it's the concealment, it's the secrecy, it's the lying. That to me is what really hurts, which happened to me actually. A survival guide to make it clear there's a book to overcoming suicide. That's right, but you can also say coping strategies for overcoming suicidal pain. So yeah, both of the titles have overcoming suicidal pain in them. One is just says coping strategies, the other says survival guide. But yeah, I like them both. But thank you guys for voting unanimously that When It Hurts Too Much to Live is the title. Oh yeah, Senior Center is open again. I'm going to try going there to meet people who haven't heard any gossip about me. Why would anybody want to gossip about you, Lazy Eye Ranch? You're just a lovely soul. All right. Yes, Doug, it's never what hurts, but the how and the why. 47 people. It is now 38 after the hour. My doctor says that because of your hip surgery, you cannot sit for more than 30 minutes without your hip getting stiff. So I'm going to get up, look down at you from the top, and then sit right down. But I am in pain. Yeah, the coping strategies. Yeah, well, that's what it's about. Absolutely. Because that's what. Okay, Squirrel Slayer. Here it is, right here. Healing from depression, anxiety, self-care activities to improve your mood, or you could say coping strategies. Right, this chart right here. You can get a free copy of this by going to my website, douglasbloch.com, and click on download, and you can get this free chart. It's got two sides. This over here, great. It says boost your psychological immune system. Find ways to relax, spend time in nature, feed your spirit, have fun, eat well, etc. This has been my go-to depression recovery guide for the last quarter century. So it's yours for free if you go to douglasbloch.com. I had lost 230 pounds of ugly fat 7 years ago when it left me for its girlfriend, who he later dumped when he married number 5 wife. Best weight loss experience ever. Still hurt for years though. Wow, Lazy Eye Ranch, you always struck me as someone who is thin. Thank you, Squirrel Slayer, again for your compliment or your comment. Hey, I just came up with an idea. The proudest thing I've ever written by far is called When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Suicidal Anxiety and Depression. I wrote this in 1998 after my major breakdown. Well, not only is this on audible.com, but it has been posted for free on this channel. Yes, there are 13 episodes, I think 16 episodes, on this channel, read by an incredible Australian actor. So So I'm going to do the same thing with the suicide prevention book. I'm going to have it posted on this channel for free. It's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. People are just going to really be helped by this book. And you know what? It's interesting. When going through hell, don't stop, which I wrote when I was 47, now I'm 73, hard to believe. It's the same message, really. Don't stop. Don't take your life. Look at Robert Jenkins. You stick around long enough, something will shift. It's on Audible and Amazon. Yeah. I was joking about the 230 pounds I lost was my cheating, abusive husband of 15 years. You were trying to be funny? Well, you were funny, except I took you seriously because I'm very gullible. Anyway, when going through hell, don't stop. What does that mean? Who knows the 23rd Psalm, right? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, right? He leadeth me through the green pastures by the still waters. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? What does that mean? I'm walking through, right? What does it mean to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? It means you don't pinch your tent there, right? You don't rent an apartment there, a condo, right? You walk through it. You move through it. You move through the pain of being left or cheated on. And you come out the other side. There it is, right there. You walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So that's what we have to do. We have to keep moving forward. A great saying that is not mine, which I got from a wonderful person named Mark Hennick. And this is so true. Depression hates a moving target. Hey, Avocado Man, nice to see you again. Always good when you drop in. 48 people. We still haven't hit the 50 mark. Hit that like button. I thought you were in your 50s. You're quite youthful. Squirrel Slayer, come by my house. I'm going to give you a $20 bill for saying that. Yeah, why is the light so much here? I guess that's because the light. Oh yeah, I know it. The light's coming through the window over here. Well, should I lower the shades? I guess it's okay. I want to quit weed and porn, but it's been so hard. Yes, it is. Addictions are very hard to give up. Avocado Man, I love avocado, so we're in the same 120 to 135 pounds most of my life. Yeah, that's what I figured. Cut way back on sugar. I'm doing a little weight training, which is starting to help. Yeah, weight training is the best thing for us old fogies to do. So, I was going to say something important. I'm going to stand up first. Yeah, depression hates a moving target. That's great. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Anyway, walk through the valley. Hey, Patrick, give me some dates. Give me a weekend date in September. Will you tell me? I want to go at the beginning of September, not the end of September, to the coast. Who knows how good the weather's going to be. How do I be happy with no friends? That is really tough. That is hard, Annie. People are social animals. Anybody got some suggestions for him or her? Anyway, it's time for me to stand up and be counted, right? Or at least fix my bad hip. Oh, there we are. We are 45 minutes after the hour, 3/4 through. We've only had $12 of contributions, my lowest yet in the 5 years I've been doing this. So, come on, guys. Right? Money talks, right? Yeah. This channel obviously is not supporting itself because I pay videographers. It's an act of law, but still, income coming in really helps, if not physically, at least morally. So you can donate as little as $2. Stephen Kovler, hey Douglas, I'm on a way where I have some work to do for my job. I just feel like laying around doing nothing today. Maybe I will feel motivated tonight. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to push through the resistance. And that's what you probably want to do. Uncle Hubert says, I'm robbed of any significant social successes. One wrong decision can do that for you. Well, I'm really, really difficult. Yeah, Hubert, how do you survive? Well, maybe you and Hubert can go ahead and exchange email addresses. And you guys can communicate, right? Or someone can start a WhatsApp group. Put your email addresses right here, and then you guys can go ahead and start emailing each other. And I will write Pedar Shields and ask permission for you to contact him for all of the email addresses he has actually gathered. Good stuff. First off, by deciding not to kill yourself. Second, Reddit. There are a lot of great places for loneliness. Yeah, I never thought about Reddit. Support groups. Many people have no friends, so that means there are people who want to make friends, so you have to take a chance to get to know new people. Yeah, I've been to Seattle many times. Great city. Okay, so www.n. If you go to this website, you go to the National Alliance of Mental Illness for that. You can also go to 12-step meetings. The Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance. Period. Go to their website, and they will show you where the support groups are in every state. Period. Another place. So Reddit. You don't feel as alone when you go to Reddit. Well, that's something I've never done, but it's very, 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 very popular. Also, at any learn the hard way. I've learned how no friends beats horrible and false friends by 10 light years. Well, knock on wood, fortunately, my friends have been there for me, which is why one of the reasons I'm still alive. Tuesday, FA, Tuesday. Thanks, Douglas. How did you get started as a writer? I feel like I have everything to say and nothing to say at the same time. Well, I was, dipped down to 30 for a while. Wow. Got to hit that like button, guys. I'd studied something called astrology for many, many years. And when I was 29 years old, I said, I'm going to write a book on it so I can teach people how to do it. And then one thing led to another. I got really into affirmations, wrote a book on affirmations, which again is on this website. Every different meditation every week. It's called Words That Heal, Affirmations and Meditations for Every Living, Daily Living. Then I wrote Listening to Your Voice, and one thing followed another. So if you have something to say, just start writing it. Don't worry whether it's good or bad. Just put it down on paper. That's how you get started. Sean Crow. I took ecstasy a year ago. It was enough to give me a panic disorder and severe anxiety and depersonalization. My GP discovered I have low testosterone, but won't prescribe. Well, there are people who might be able to do that. Who knows? But anyway, yes, these psychedelics can be a double-edged sword. Speaking of which, in about a year or less, Oregon is going to be using psilocybin therapy under the supervision of a mental health professional for people with depression. How interesting, huh? Taekwondo keeps me strong and disciplined. There's a social and group aspect also. That's true. Any martial art. Bridge over troubled water. Oh yes. Do you need a friend? I'm standing right behind. Excellent. Yeah, go take a class. Taekwondo, martial art. Tai Chi class. Any place where you're around other people who have the same interests as you do. Anesthesiologists, haven't heard from you in a while. However, until I get into therapy, is there a first and advice for getting out of my head? Yes. Exercise will help that. It'll get you out of your head. Climb a hill. By the time you're up there, all you can think about is your breath. can I donate to you on a one-off basis? Yes, you can either donate right now by hitting the super chat button, or you can pay me on PayPal. Absolutely. Hit that $sign and you'll be able to donate right at this moment, which would be appreciated because we're really, really low. I went through a deep depression, shaved off my hair, and came millimeters from shooting the bullet in the right direction, trying so. Oh, I'm glad you didn't take action. Trying is so hard. Living is so difficult. Yes. I'm really glad, Natalie, you did make that decision. There's always something that can come around the corner you don't know. And again, as Sunflower's girl said, this website, which fell to the ground, which I guess I'm going to have to pick up, aren't I? Let's see if I can handle that with my hip. Yeah. Overcoming suicidal pain, right? Go to that website. It will definitely help you. And yeah, living is hard. Finding reasons to stay alive is hard. But you just have to kind of wait it out. And, having a good therapist, Natalie, are you in mental health counseling, mental health recovery with a counselor or a group? Support. We all need support. Yes, Reef, I'm sure you do a great job writing your children's book. So, Natalie, reach out to a therapist. That's a good start. And by the way, I would say that when you said I came that close to shooting the bullet in the right direction, I disagree with you. You would be shooting the bullet in the wrong direction, right? The wrong direction means taking your life. The right direction means shooting in the opposite direction or not shooting it. There was a very famous book that none of you have heard of because you're all too young. I've been down so long it looks like up to me. Richard Farina, who was actually the brother-in-law of Joan Baez, the great folk singer. Anyway, big success. Yes, we've all been down so long it looks like up to us, but if we just keep moving, persevering forward, I have the image that being in depressive pain is like going through a dark tunnel. At some point you're in the curves and you can't see the beginning, you can't see the end. All around you is darkness. But if you keep driving, eventually you'll see the exit right ahead and you'll see the light. As a matter of fact, this is so interesting because I got this in the mail, this advertisement. I'm going to grab it right here. And I mean, you're talking about synchronicity. Check this out. Remission from depression. Let us help you get there. Look at that. Isn't that being in the dark tunnel with a light at the end of the tunnel? Fantastic. This is an advertisement for Let us help you get there. It's called Transcranial Magnetic Stimulation, TMS, FDA cleared non-invasive therapy for the treatment of major depression. Basically, they sit you down and they have magnets around your head and they give you weak electrical currents. But isn't this an amazing image? I talk about it. There's the tunnel, there's the light, there's the depressed person, right? You've got to walk towards that light. Meditate. You're right, Annie. It's a great thing to do. 54 people. Finally, we hit the 50 mark with 6 minutes to go. I can't believe you remember. Yeah, I got pregnant, married, and gave birth in a very little time, so I haven't been spending as much time on the internet as in the good old child-free days. Well, of course, Anna says, I remember you because of your name, right? There's a very famous movie called Edward Scissorhands, so how could I not remember your name? Any tips on finding a good therapist? Word of mouth, and go to Psychology. They find a therapist. They have an incredible list of people in your area if you put in your zip code. How do all senior citizens who are alone either by death? Whoops. What happened? Oh, screen faded. Divorce, never been married, no children at all. 5 pounds. Thank you, ring the alarm. That's great. Last minute we got something. Well, Peggy, you have a lot of anxiety but can't sit still. Marina Black Yarn, get up, run, jump in place, swim. And, or, if you can get an anti-anxiety drug, do that too. What do you do when you feel lost in life? Says XO. I want to find a career path for myself, but depression makes me lose interest in everything. Well, you answered your question. Go out and find a good therapist, medication prescriber, and treat the depression. Once you get that handled, then you may find a career, or you can go to a career counselor, and if you find a career you love, that could help, start to move the depression. Rita Anissa, changing my diet has helped me. When I feel depressed, I go for a walk, or that's outside the house. That's exactly right. Depression hates a moving target. Don't have any money to clean my room? Oh, you don't have the energy to clean your room? Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't have the money to pay someone to clean your room too, right? Well, Annie, that's what happens when you're depressed. Well, do the best you can. Maybe you can pick up one sock. My back room is absolutely filled with junk, and I haven't even touched it. And someone just gave 10 pounds, God bless. And who is that lovely saint? Roshan Fernando, thank you for all your work. Thank you. Interesting name. Almost a combination of something from the Middle East and something from, a Latin name. Anyway, thank you for that 5 pounds. It means a lot to me. The same thing with Ring the Alarm. Actually, 10 pounds, Roshan. Thank you again. It is 57 minutes after the hour. Oh, Jennifer H. Hi, Douglas. Depression is still in remission after 8 months. You're awesome. Well, you're awesome for hanging in there so it could get better. Oh, Sean Crow. Thanks, Douglas. A big fan of your work and your friends. Noah, yes. As he attested to, TRT helped him gain control of his life again. Hopefully I can reverse this. Amazing how one bad decision can ruin you. Yes, well, ruin you temporarily, right? Not forever, right? Nothing is forever. That's what the Buddhists tell us, right? One day, we will be all gone. One day, planet Earth will be no more. So that's how it goes. All right. We are 2 minutes to the top of the hour. We've gotten a couple of donations from Roshan, from Ring the Alarm. I love that title from Roshan again. Oh, we have 2 donations from Roshan. Thank you so much. And going back, we got Robert Jenkins. If we go way back enough, yes, and Robles 551. Thank you all. There's still time for a couple more people to donate. And again, if you hit the like button, we're down to 38. Thanks, Jennifer. Your appreciation is greatly appreciated, says Susan Jones. Janine, how do you stop feeling not good enough for someone? I'm not quite sure what that means, but if you're not feeling not good, again, seek mental health treatment. Oh, find a good therapist, referral from a PCP or friend. The other is to go to a place, psychology. Today, website. Type in your zip code and they will come up with a list of all the therapists who are in your area. There you go. Yes, how is Igor the Raven doing? Always nice to know that. You're welcome, Mary. I got catfished the other day. Depressed. What does it mean to get catfished? I have no idea. What about unnecessary shopping you don't need and wasting money? Well, that's the way that people comfort themselves when they're depressed, right? can also be a sign of mania. Always, always, always reach out for mental health professional for help. Well, go out and talk. I love makeup. I go to the store and just talk to people, making them smile, and helps me so much, says Rita. Helping others is one of the best ways to solve your problems, solve everybody else's problems. Yeah, I cleaned some books that were on the floor. Well, good work, Annie. Even something that little is progress. All right. The country needs universal health care, especially mental health. I've medicated won't cover much. Most doctors won't take it, won't pay for the therapist. You're right. But there are low-cost therapists you can find if you live near a mental health agency. It is 101. My hips are hurting. It's 100 degrees. I'm going to turn on the air conditioner. Thank you all for being here. It is the 7th of August 2022. We'll see you on the 14th. And in the meantime, you still have 5 minutes to talk with each other, and you can make some last-minute donations. Would be much appreciated. In the meantime, stay well. Remember, never give up. Keep moving forward. Depression hates a moving target. Until we... Catfish is talking to a real person with a fake persona. Didn't know that. Anyway, as I said, stay well. Use your coping strategies. Never give up. Reach out for support. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Talk to you guys later, next week. And watch my new video, Flashback Friday. And hopefully Noah will come up with a new video on relapse prevention on Saturday.